who are famous around the world for bringing to QVC plants that are hard to find but easy to grow. I love gemstones, and a real rarity in the gem world, Court, is to see something that changes color.
Color changing
like
gemstones.
honestly changes color. It doesn't just have the appearance, but it does, and that's usually based on light source. What's really cool about this Echinacea, it changes color. So Court's going to explain how this works, but first, this collection, you're getting 4 pieces here for a feature price of $24.52 and free shipping and handling. This is another instance where we thought it was it for the season, that what we had been spoken for, but more of these just arrived. So we're excited to have it at all, and excited that it changes color. That's the why with this Echinacea.
It is. This is the why. They are color-changing echinaceas, and echinaceas are one of the top 5 perennials in the United States because of their beautiful color. Not only do they change colors like some beautiful gems, they look like gems in the garden with all the different shades.
They're so fun. It's kind of, these have always reminded me of that big floppy beach hat, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Sort of like the center is your head and then the rim just kind of spills over as the petals do here. They're architecturally very interesting, but then all of that color.
All this color for a good long time. They'll start coming up with your flowers in late June all the way through the first frost, and these are winter hardy, tough perennials. That's the other reason why they're one of the world's top 5 perennials, because these are tough as nails.
I'm getting 4 plants. Are they all these colors, or how does this work?
Mixed colors. You're getting 4 plants, just like you see here.
Some might already be blooming.
Yes, several are blooming right out of the box. And there's your 4 plants, and you can plant these anywhere you like. Let's look at the images. They put our studio samples to shame, and I can give you some ideas about where you're going to want to plant these. These are a top priority in my garden for the color, the beauty, the ease of growth, but also they're a top priority for all the pollinators, the birds and the bees and the butterflies love these. And you see the cones on these? They're also called cone flowers. This is Echinacea. You know, people take the supplements to boost their immune system, but those cone flowers will produce seeds in the fall that little goldfinches and chickadees will flock to.
So, in terms of those seed heads, when the time comes, don't do anything with any of them?
Look at those
or
butterflies,
only some of them? Oh, that's
awesome. You don't, at the end of the season, like there's plenty of flowers to cut, but at the end of the season, come fall, when there's a lot less food for the birds and your flowers are almost gone, just let these flower heads stay on your plant. Can you see that one, Mary? You know, they're called Echinacea, but the word comes from eknos, which means in Greek hedgehog. These are soft. They're not they're bristly, but they're soft, and just like a hedgehog. Feel that.
That's funny.
Yeah, and that's where all your seeds come.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
So just leave those be at the end of the season. Leave those be, and that's
going to attract your chickadees and your goldfinches. But all summer long, you're going to have the bees, the beautiful butterflies and hummingbirds. All the flowers change color. That's what makes these so special. As a matter of fact, they are so special that they won an award in Europe at the Floral Select trials back in 2012, gold medal, and then they came back to the United States the following year and won a first place at the All-American Select Trial Gardens.
So the same flower could change color within the same season.
These are going to change, like that golden, it could start out golden orange and then turn to a bright red, or it could start out yellow and then turn to orange, which morphs into pink and magenta. So these are color changing.
That is awesome. Let me ask you a couple of kind of basic questions, because if you're thinking about adding these to your flower beds, you might be wondering about the overall height once these reach full maturity.
About 2.5 feet tall, maybe 3 feet at the most.
And then how far would you plant them apart if you're putting them in a bed together?
In a bed together, I plant them 2 to 3 feet apart, because you're going to get a spread about 2 feet. But look at the color. That looks like gemstones as they are. But then, like you said, they're extra special because they're color changing gemstones.
I like how dense the foliage is too, Court, that it's not like that you don't see a bunch of air through them, you know, the leaves and the stems.
You don't, and you get a lot of flowers. The more flowers you cut, the more you get. But like I said, at the end of the season, leave them for the birds, and you'll attract chickadees and goldfinches. But these are color morphing. You can see some of the colors changing in those, flowers right now, they can go from golds to magentas to reds and whites and pinks, and they all change. So one plant can have several different colors on your flowers on your plant. And there's the flower heads, again, Echinacea, it means hedgehog in Greek.
Did you say full sun?
Full sun, they do like full sun.
So what would you pair these with, either in the show or maybe anything else we picked up from Roberta's?
One thing I would pair them with would be our red, white, or pink, white, and blue lavender.
Okay.
Because they also love full sun.
Nice.
And the foxgloves will do well.
But
so many of them. Oh, the daylilies. Oh, wait, that's good. Look.
Oh, I think I literally just saw a light bulb go off on top of your head.
If you want perennials, that means it comes back every year.
Yeah.
So those beautiful eyes daylily collection, along with this is investment gardening. This is the why, not only for the beauty, because the returns that come back season after season, year after year.
And I love the creatures.
Yeah, me
Get
too.
something out of this too, because when your garden comes to life, that it's not just what's blooming or lending fragrance, it's when you've got birds or butterflies or whatever it is coming by. That's always nice to have visitors. 4 pieces for $24.52 with free shipping and handling. Remember, more just arrived, but we don't have a whole lot left for the season.
We really don't. A whole bunch of items have almost reached their end, and we do have some on QVC.com that are limited, too limited to ever show again.
It's true. We've tried to give you a few mentions of those, but you can always just search Roberta's on QVC.com to see what we have ready to be reserved. This is still ahead in this show. I love this collection. We've seen a couple of sweet edibles, strawberries, cherries.